Hello again to the patient teacher. Please go there and subscribe. Help me gain a wider following of students to help learn English. Okay? So now, having just learned the modals, we're going to use those to learn the conditionals. Okay? Now, if you think back a couple lessons ago, we used the different verb tenses. So think of those as we're going to need to remember those to do conditionals. Conditionals, the term comes from on the condition, meaning it's necessary, sort of, okay? It's hard to explain at first. We have two clauses, and a clause just means a thought, not a full sentence, but a thought in a sentence, okay? So we have the if clause, if something happens, and the main clause, and that would be what happens on the condition that your if clause is met, okay? I would often use X causes Y for students to have the thought, how to understand it, okay? So we have to know what verb tense we're going to use in the different clauses, okay? Now in this class we're just going to use first and second conditionals. We're not going to do third conditional or zero conditional, okay? Those are a little more difficult. I don't want them to be in this video, okay? So if you think of the three verb tenses we have, present, past, future, what verb tense do you think we'll use for the if clause in the first conditional, okay? Don't forget, we also have the two types, simple and continuous, right? So for first conditional, the if clause, we use simple present. Simple present. And for the main clause, we use future. Okay? Simple present and future. So let's think of an example sentence. The one that everyone uses for this is, if it rains, right, I will bring my umbrella. Right? I will bring my umbrella. If I am late, right, I will make up the time, right? I will make up the time. I just put that in there. It's a phrasal verb that we used a couple classes ago. Okay? Now, for second conditional, what verb tense do we use? Do you know? Simple past, right? Simple past. And for the main clause, we use would, could, or should, right? Would, could, or should. So it's important to remember here that the second conditional is something that most likely won't happen, right? There's a small chance that it could, but you're indicating that it's most likely that it won't happen, okay? So again, the the sentence that most people use to explain the second conditional. If I won the lottery, right? Many people play the lottery, unfortunately. If I won the lottery, I would buy my mother a house. Or I could travel all over the world, right? Or I should give some of it to the patient teacher, hopefully, right? Just a little joke. So you can see first conditional for a real situation, second conditional unlikely, or it's a dream. It's not going to happen, right? But we use it in the sense that it could happen, but most likely won't happen. Okay? So that's your conditionals. Don't forget we have if, right? So this condition has to be met for the main clause to be able to be used. Now, a couple of things to keep in mind. The order, right? 1, 2, 3. That's what order means. Can be reversed. Now, if you don't know what that means, it means you can have the main clause come first and then the if clause. And it seems only natural, right? You can say this will happen if the condition that you have is met, right? So, going by the phrase we used before, I will bring my umbrella if it rains. I don't know if that sounds right? I just did that. You would probably say, I will bring my umbrella in case it was to rain, but nevertheless you get the idea. You could have the main clause come first and then the if clause, right? And then for second conditional, I would buy a house if I won the lottery, right? You're having the main clause come first and then followed by your if clause. Okay? So that's it. I just wanted to introduce the conditionals. We didn't do third conditional or zero conditional. We just used first and second conditional. Okay? Okay, don't forget to subscribe to the Patient Teacher. I'm going to put up more videos for you to help you learn English. Okay, bye-bye.